Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video, and guys, I'm going to try and crack the unkillable record using Ninja, no doubt. So this is going to be fun. Look, this is not going to be one of these comps where it's like, all of you can do it, okay? I'm trying to beat the best ever unkillable hits, okay? I don't know if I can do it either, but this is not going to be a comp like, oh yeah, everyone who's just been playing the game 5 minutes can do it. Of course not. It's going to be crazy gear. I'm going to be pumping people up as high as I can. I'm going to be destroying other builds that I need to try and make it happen. Okay? So, as far as I'm aware, and I guess correct me if I'm wrong if you guys have seen something different, but this is the highest damaging unkillable team I've ever seen, which was done by UNK, who sometimes comes on as a guest. Nearly 130 mil. Fushan as the lead, which brought the speeds down. Turvold doing 50 million damage over 50 turns. Seeker, they're on a 2-for-1 speed rotation, and it's all types of disgusting. Okay, we know that. It's absolute filth, this team. So this is the team I'm going to try and beat. It's based on a comp which Saphira, who is one of the guys from HH Gaming, you've probably seen him on the podcast now. He, as far as I know, invented the comp or has kind of reworked a comp that was already out there to fit Ninja in. That's what we're going to be building today. Now, the speeds are just like filthy disgusting, okay? We're going to have Lydia instead of Painkeeper in a double man-eater comp. Lydia and Seeker creating a 2-for-1. It's actually a bit better than a 2-for-1. So Lydia gives us increased speed. She gives us decreased defense and weaken. Yeah, the weaken's really important to get your damage up. And there's not many champions that do all of this great stuff. So already I can hear you cry, Lydia, what's that all about? Wait until you hear how fast she needs to be. 345 speed to make this bad boy work. And I'll show you the comp on Deadwood Jedi's calculator in a minute. And I will pin it below as well. We've got double man-eaters. So the man-eaters need to be running at 287 and 286. Oh my lord, very fast speeds. So to go that fast, it's hard to create them with high damage, which is why I'm destroying all of my other teams. We're then going to have a Seeker in the mix. He might be in my vault somewhere. He's got to come out because you're part of the gang. You're back in the gang, my friend. Seeker's going to be coming in at 233 speed, so we're getting back towards some sort of normality here. I'm thinking I might try and put Seeker in toxic gear because I don't have anyone else who's going to be in toxic gear. I don't have the best toxic gear, to be honest, so I don't know if it might be better just going full-on slam. But I'm going to try toxic to start with, see how the build goes, and then I might switch it up if it's no good. And then Ninja. So Ninja comes in as my DPS. Because we've already got decreased defense and weaken out, I don't really need his drop defense, but I do need his A2 to land burns. This is where all of his damage is coming from, his A2. Okay? And I know that he does silly damage in these type of comps. Now, with his A2, I want to get this back as often as I can. And my master plan is I'm thinking to run him in refresh gear. So I'm thinking he's got a passive that I want to ramp up. So his passive when fighting bosses will increase up to 100% and up to 25% on crit damage and attack, yeah? So each time a single enemy is hit by all 3 of Ninja's active skills, this procs up. So basically I need to do that 5 times. All of his skills I need to hit 5 times to get the maximum multiplier. And then what I'm thinking is turn off his A3. So only his A2 can go on cooldown. And I'm thinking use just A1s and A2s using refresh gear to try and get back to his A2 as often as I can. That's the dream. That's what I've got in my head. I know that he can work reflex gear. Sorry, not refresh gear. Reflex gear. I know that he can work in relentless gear. So if this is trash and it hasn't worked as I hoped it would, then we'll try out relentless gear as well. But he's fully booked. He's got his masteries, which I'm going to go through and sort out for Unkillable. And we're going to see if this 40% chance to reduce a random skill will get me back to my A2 more frequently than I would do using relentless gear. That's the aim. This is how it looks on a calculator. So basically we have got, if you see here, so when we get to turn 3, we've got everybody running at least 2-for-1 speed, but man-eaters are actually running, well, getting 8 hits in for every 3 turns the clan boss goes. We've got Lydia getting 9 hits in for every time the clan boss goes. The other man-eater is on, 7 and then 8. So the man-eaters kind of swap between 7 and 8 each turn. And basically means that we always get the man-eaters unkillables up before the clan boss goes. So we're always able to dodge any nastiness that the clan boss is doing. We're always unkillable. And we're doing a ridiculous amount of hits. Let's get into building them up. I'm going to use the optimizer. I've already put the first numbers in, which is going to be Ninja. So I wanted to see if I could actually do the refresh gear at all. Or is it refresh or reflex? I can never remember. And this is what it looks like. So the build I've got here, or what I've pumped into the optimizer was 180 to 191 speed, because there is a bit of flex on speed. 100% crit rate, and then I've optimized for damage, and I've got accuracy in for his HP burn. And then when we've done that, the best build it's pumped out is a 4.3, 4.4k attack, which is not bad considering the gear type we've chosen, and a 227 crit damage. You can see in the optimizer which skill is going to give us the best damage. So if you hover over it, this gives us the best damage increase on, or it gives us 9.6k and 16k increase from where I am on A1, A2, whereas this one gives us slightly less. So even though it's got much more crit damage, it's still the worst build out of these two because of the way attack and crit damage synergize together. So this is the build we're going to go for. We're going to get him in his new kits, and then we're going to move on to the next champ. Okay, build 1 done. I don't know how this is going to go down, to be honest. Let's be fair. I could go for a massively higher damage build without using reflex. I could do, and it might sort of hinder me with this, but I've got a 4.5k attack, 207% crit damage, 236 accuracy at 180 speed, which is a bit on the low side. I need to glyph that up to minimum 185. So build 1 done. Let's now go for the mammoth 345 speed Lydia. Okay, so in the optimizer, I've got a window of 345 to 347 speed. I'm still looking for 100% crit rate. I wanted to do damage as much as possible. I'm looking for a minimum of 230 accuracy to land her skills. And we've also, I'm then telling the optimizer, give me attack and crit damage if you can. And what we've come up with is a 2.5k attack, 347 speed, 100% crit rate, 159 crit damage, 259 accuracy Lydia. Basically ripping off all of my best gear from my arena champs, pretty much. And yeah, let's get it on. Okay, Lydia is built to do work. I am putting people with Heart of Glory. This is basically my mastery setup for just about everyone so far. Well, Lydia and Ninja so far. I'm going Heart of Glory because I think we're going to be healing back up with our damage through Life Drinker. So I don't think we're going to be at less than 50% HP for most of our hits. I'm not sure, though, if we're going to be at full health. So, again, that might be something that I tweak in further runs. Something that is disgusting about this, I'm going for a record hits. Yeah, I'm going for a crazy damage team. Yet, we've got a flat attack chest on our Lydia. So, this is pretty ridiculous. But there you go. 346 speed. We've got some attack in the build. We've got some crit damage. She's not going to be the hardest hitter out of the bunch, but she's there to enable all of those additional hits from the man-eaters and from herself. So build 2 done. Let's move on to the man-eaters. Okay, man-eater 1 done. 286 speed, 100% crit rate, 223% crit damage, 3.4k attack. No accuracy in the build. We don't need it. And check out this crazy ring, by the way. 29% plus 8%. That is a juicy ring right there. So man-eater 1 done. He's the slower. I need to do the 287 speed one next. But basically looking for the same things. High attack, 100% crit rate, high crit damage. Okay, man-eater 2 is built. You see these type of builds, we're basically getting crit damage gloves, attack percent chest, and speed boots. That's generally the way we're going. And then you've got your damage dealing ring, crit damage on the amulet, and then damage dealing banners. That's pretty much how all unkillables should be built. You're trying to max out your damage because you can't die. That's the purpose, okay? 287 speed, 100% crit rate, 3.1k attack, 210 crit damage. Man-eater 2 done. Okay, then we've got a Seeker in toxic gear somehow. What's he at? 231 speed, 100% crit rate, 189 crit damage, nearly 4k attack. I guess we just get on with it. Let's get on with it and see how we do. Can I crack? I guess my best unkillable hit is 105 mil. I'm hoping I beat that. I'm hoping that Ninja allows me to beat that up. There is something to call out as well. Ninja is a bit funky against Force. His A1 doesn't do the do, doesn't give him a turn meter boost if he hits a weak hit. But that shouldn't change whether you can run this comp or not. It should be exactly the same. As I say, you run it in Relentless, you run it without. It should be absolutely fine at these speeds, but always check it against the Deadwood Jedi calculator for yourself. So let's set this up. So the only thing to call out about this build, I am turning off his Cyan Slash only because he's in reflex gear. Okay? So the reason, and if you are doing this, you just want to auto it right way earlier, then clearly you would keep Cyan Slash on. Yeah, this is just because I'm going for a high damage hit, and I just, in my head, feel like it should work. But I don't know that it will. So let's get this set up and moving. Just showing you this again. So there's a 2-turn delay on Lydia using her A3. There's a 2-turn delay on the first Man-Eater's A3, a 4-turn on the second Man-Eater's A3, and there's a 3-turn delay on Seeker. After that, you would be full auto if I wasn't trying to ramp up his passive before I hit auto. So I'm going to play it through a fast speed so you don't have to watch like an hour-long thing. Yeah, let's see how we get on. Really disgusting damage on that A2. When you see the A2 proc in, you got the 375k hits anyway, but you've also got 320 odd k hits plus a chance of War Master. You're talking about basically a 600,000 damage ability once he's got his passive kicking in, which is, yeah, it's just like disgusting to see. If I had more refresh accessories, we'd get that ability back more often as well. But yeah, already at 105 mil, which is damn sweet, actually. It's a pretty ridiculous number. We're probably going to be pushing close to the 110, I think. So, pretty pleased. It's not as crazy as I hoped it would be, but it is pretty crazy. Just under 110 mil. Where's the numbers come from? 12.6 from Lydia, 43 million from Ninja, and then we got a 15.9 Man-Eater, 17.2 Man-Eater, and a 20 million Seeker. I think I'm going to try swapping Ninja out of the reflex gear, just going into full damage gear. So we're at 265 crit damage, 6.1k attack. We've got the accuracy we need. I did also notice that we're not regenerating our health like I thought we would. So I'm going to switch everyone into Grim Resolve instead, and then we're going again. Now, because we're not going for that same refresh reflex type strat, I'm actually going to go back to using his A3, but I'm going to tell the AI to always use the A2 as a first choice. That's the ability we want to get away more frequently. It does mean with this type of build, I can hit auto a ton earlier. So again, let's get it going. Let's get it watched through. I can hit auto basically on turn 4. So this one is working way better. Turn 46, 115 million. I'm just thinking to myself, if I had him in Relentless gear, maybe we're pushing above that again, because Relentless gear does work in this comp. I wouldn't get quite the same level of damage in terms of like the build, but I would get some crazy or just a chance of extra turns, which gives you extra A2s. But look at the damage we're doing on these different abilities now with Ninja. Fully ramped up. He is letting loose. People are telling me this champ's a 2 out of 5 clan boss. 333k. Damn, that's good. He's like Turvold. He's like a Turvold getting unleashed here on clan boss. 125.7 Ninja casually creeps in a 57 million hits. Damn, that's good. Damn, that's good. Okay, last try then. We've gone Relentless, 5.4-ish K damage, 276 crit damage. I'm at 90% crit rate because I know we're on Spirit. I'm cheating a little bit. Sometimes you've got to cheat to do what you want to do. Let's go in. I'll show you the ending again because these are getting long. Okay, end of the last run, turn 46. We've got 122 million on the board. It's going to be close again. We've had a few Relentless procs, which have led to additional A2s, but his damage is a little bit lower than what it was on the other build. So it's kind of like this, I don't know, weighing it up really between the two, but it is definitely a significant hit coming through. 124 already at turn 47. There's that Relentless proc, see that? We're not running out of the speed tune, so that's fine. And for those that are interested, this same comp does run on Ultra Nightmare, Nightmare, Brutal in the same setup. It runs on all affinities, no problem. He will run on Force affinity. He will just get a bunch of weak hits, so he won't do as much damage. But I still think it's a 1 key if you can get to these sort of crazy numbers. But I've not been able to actually try Force affinity yet. 360k there, slamming it in. He loves to do a bit of damage, does Ninja. 128 million already done. Remember, 128.9 million's the current record. I'm trying to break the 30 though, just to do it like a decent amount. I feel like we got the record. That's the record. That's the record already. New unkillable record as far as I am aware. I think we're going to break the 130 as well, just to rub it in. Over to you, ENK. Over to you. There's the 130. Come on. What more can we do? Scrape a bit more damage off the bottom of the barrel. Let's have a Relentless proc just to get a bit more in there. Come on. Come on. It's always... This is what I love, by the way. It's what I love about this game. There's so many different things that you can do as champions come out and develop. 132 in the bag. We're going to get one more round of attacks before the clan boss finishes us off. 132.89 million. Unkillable team. 62 million from Ninja. Someone said to me yesterday, he's a 2 out of 5 for clan boss. You're off your rocker, my friend. 62 million damage from Ninja in a 1 key. That's pretty damn special. Look, guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. I will link all of this below. We're also trying to work out a high Katoon variant, so you're not using Lydia. You're using high Katoon as a lead to try and bring all of these speeds right down so they're not so ridiculous, so that other people can try and build this stuff. But we're not quite there yet. I've been Hell Hades. I will catch you later.